I entered a clothing shop to buy a blouse for myself. As I walked in, the shop owner looked at me, and I also looked at her. It felt like I knew her from somewhere, but I couldn't remember where. She asked if I remembered her, and then introduced herself. Once she did, I realized where we had met before. She was a seller on the next street where I lived before I relocated. Immediately, I recalled the unpleasant things people used to say about her. Because of that, I decided I would look through the racks, but not buy anything. While I browsed through the hung clothes, another woman entered the shop. She seemed to be the shop owner's friend, but I wasn't paying much attention to them. The woman approached me and said,
"If you find a brown cloth, please show it to me. I'd like to check it out."
I agreed and continued browsing. After a while, I found a brown cloth and showed it to her. As I held it, the shop owner suddenly said the woman would not fit into the cloth because she believed it was too small for her size. The woman turned to the shop owner and asked,
"How do you know it won't fit? I haven't even tried it on yet."
The shop owner had simply assumed, judging by the woman's stature, that it wouldn't fit. At this point, the woman began to share her own experience. She said,
"I used to watch my father sitting in his chair all the time. He never got up to walk or exercise, and I told him that's why he was gaining weight. So one day I convinced him to stand up and take a walk. When he finally got up, I started crying because I noticed something I had never realized before. As he stood, he began to fall backward and asked me to catch him. I rushed to support him, and in that moment, it became clear why he always stayed seated. My father wasn't lazy, as I had thought. He knew he would fall and injure himself if he tried walking without someone there to help him. I wasn't always around to assist, and he didn't explain his struggle to me. I had judged him by my own assumptions. If I had just asked why he didn't get up, he might have explained his balance issue. But I didn't. Instead, he went along with what I wanted so I could see things for myself. That day, I realized how wrong I was and how hurtful my actions had been. Why do people judge others based on presumptions?
The woman threw the question open, seeking an answer. Her story was a response to the shop owner, who had judged that the brown cloth wouldn't fit without letting her try it on. The woman's realization about her father taught her an important lesson. He wasn't sitting all the time because of laziness, but because of an unsteady gait. If she had asked him, she would have known the truth sooner, but instead, she acted on her assumptions. How many of us are like the shop owner and her friend? The shop owner presumed her friend wouldn't fit into the clothes without any real proof. Her friend had also judged her father unfairly, thinking he was simply unwilling to exercise. What we hear or think may not always reflect the truth. It's better to seek understanding before making conclusions, to avoid presumptuous sin. There is always another side to every story. If those we've judged could share their perspective, many of us would fall to our knees in repentance. The truth is, things aren't always what they seem. When you jump to conclusions without enough facts, you risk serious errors that may later hurt you when the truth is revealed. That brother at the corner may need a simple, comforting word, but you judge him as aggressive. That sister sitting next to you might need encouragement, but you accuse her of pride. A fellow believer who hasn't been attending fellowship might be dealing with financial or health challenges, but you assume they are backsliding, just as the Bible stated in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 21. Prove all things, hold fast that which is good. Judging without understanding is like a doctor misdiagnosing a patient. The wrong diagnosis leads to the wrong treatment. In the same way, when we misjudge people, we fail to provide the help they truly need. Let's avoid spiritual misdiagnosis. It's just as dangerous as physical misdiagnosis. Those who fall into presumptuous sin often act on hearsay or misconceptions. As written in Proverbs chapter 14, verse 15, "The simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going." Only God knows everything. Unless He reveals it to us before drawing conclusions, get your facts proven. Presumptuous sin is just as harmful as any other sin. Let's strive to avoid it as we would any other transgression. Thank you for joining us. Watch out for more content on this channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Jesus reigns. Stay blessed.